Hey you're watching a clip from the DynamiteGizmo podcast. This is not the full episode, but if you want to see the full episode, make sure to click the link in the description. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. Do it now. Here's the clip. Topuria. Ilia Topuria, okay? Now, as we just discussed, Jon Jones was known as a perfect fighter. Whether you agree or disagree, that is what he is known as because of his record. Never lost, aside from that one disqualification, which honestly, again, whether you like him or not, should probably be overturned. There are many fighters in the UFC who can be compared to Jon Jones. We even talked about this in the last episode. Undefeated streaks usually come to an end. Eventually. But with Jon Jones, it just didn't. And now there's another man that this might apply to. Ilia Topuria. Now for the casual fans, that name might not ring a bell. But within the MMA community, and especially in his home countries of Georgia and Spain, Ilia is already a superstar. The North American market just hasn't caught on yet. Unless you're a real fan of the sport, you might not fully get the hype. But if he keeps this up, some believe he could be the next big thing. Possibly even the next Conor McGregor, if he plays his cards right, and certainly he tries his best to act like him. Take a look at this video here. I can't play the audio because there's music. But you can see he does the same wiggle dance. All right? And he's even got the same, similar tattoos as the McGregor-nator. The thing down the back, he's got a gorilla on his chest. Topuria has a tiger, you know. And there was this interaction, I guess, was pretty similar. He doesn't make it known that he wants to be like McGregor, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but these things do show up. So what actually, aside from him acting like Conor McGregor, what actually makes Ilia Topuria special? Well, first off, it's his record. He is 16-0, completely undefeated. And out of those 16 wins, 12 were finished in either round 1 or round 2. This guy doesn't just win, he finishes people. Since joining the UFC in 2020, he's picked up 4 Performance of the Night bonuses, 1 Fight of the Night bonus, and he has climbed the ranks extremely fast, taking out rising contenders like Bryce Mitchell and Josh Emmett with ease. And just last year, he shocked the world when he won the featherweight title against Alexander Volkanovski. Now, Volk, at that time, was nearly untouchable. I would say he was completely untouchable. He had 13 wins with only 2 losses, both to Islam Makhachev, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter on the planet as we speak. Volkanovski has wins over absolute killers. Jose Aldo, Chad Mendes, Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez. I said Chad Mendes already, didn't I? And of course, 3 victories over Max Holloway. 3! And yet Topuria handled him, finished him in round 2 with a clean right hook. And then he had his first title defense to Max Holloway, and he gave Max Holloway his first knockdown ever in his entire career. Let that one sink in, okay? He put an end to the dominance of both Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski within a few months. Something nobody else could do. Proving he's not just another pretty face. He's the real deal, something special, something that no one else has been able to figure out yet. And plenty of fighters who've trained with Ilia talk about how different he is. They say there's something unique about him, something you've never experienced before. I have a clip here of Jorge Masvidal, really diving deep into this specific subject. So why don't we take a look and why don't we take a listen?
Topuria a long time. Maybe I know Topuria 5-6 years, and I've always said Topuria will be a world champion. So at the time, I'm like number 3 in the world at 170, number 2 in the world at 170, you know, and me and Ilia are working out. He was always very respectful, never was throwing his hardest, but I could just feel, you know, I blocked the shot, and boom, boom, and I go. And I told him after, the first time we trained, I go, brother, God willing, you will be champion, brother. Because Ilia's 1 out of 10,000. I've trained with everybody. Hey, say their name. Yeah. I've trained with everybody, brother. This guy's special. And I think he's going to be a world champion at 155. He's going to beat Charles, man. He's going to find a way to beat him. Charles is bigger. Charles has kicks, knees, elbows, great jiu-jitsu, good wrestling. Skill everywhere, Charles is good. But Ilia is just different, brother. This guy's special.
And he's not the only one who's talked like this about Ilia Topuria. Apturo, as McGregor likes to say. And now, this weekend, if he's able to beat Charles Oliveira, that would be 3 absolute legends back to back to back that he's taken out and still remained undefeated. That kind of momentum, that kind of dominance, we haven't seen that in a long time. A few months ago, when Ilia vacated the featherweight title and officially moved up to lightweight, he made a bold move. He changed his nickname from El Matador to Leyenda. Do you remember this? Which means the legend. Now, at the time, I made a video about it, and I said it was too soon. Yes, he's showing greatness. Yes, he's on the path to, excuse me, I'm just moving my mic, legendary status. He's on the path to legendary status. But with only 1 title defense under his belt, that's too early to change your name to the legend. And sure enough, just recently, Ilia announced that he's switching his nickname back to El Matador until he's earned La Leyenda for real. So I pass the question on to you. If Ilia Topuria beats Charles Oliveira this weekend, does that prove enough for him to reclaim La Leyenda as his official nickname? Or should he hold off and keep racking up wins and maybe hit that number 1 pound for pound status first? You tell me. You tell me, guy.
Tap here to watch the full episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast.